So this, so today I was looking at this question, and this is a very common thing that people want to do: bulk operation. And this question is all about copying the field value to another project, or basically doing some kind of bulk operation using a Scriptrunner. I'm using Scriptrunner here because this person has asked this question with a tag of Scriptrunner on server. So that makes life a lot easier as compared to cloud, because on server you can do these wonderful things. Now, what this user is talking about here is 60,000 issues, which is of course a big number. At the same time, uh, the user here is trying to not only perform this bulk update, but at the same time, I guess this user is also trying to perform some mapping. Maybe while the bulk update is happening, or when you are doing this update, maybe you also want to have some kind of maybe change in the custom field value. For example, maybe in the new project, when you create an issue or when you update the issue, maybe you just want to copy the custom field value state as it is, or maybe you want to change it. For example, maybe in the old project or in the old set of issues, you have status or label or component with something like in progress or whatever, on hold, or whatever name that you may have. But in the new project, it has to be renamed. So what you can do is you can, of course, write a script. So there are two parts here. Part one of the script would be to pass the CSV, and I have shared this in the past. If you look at this particular code, I have basically copied this from my previous post on the community. So if you look at this particular code here, we are talking about, of course, reading a file, a CSV file, which is, let us say, stored on the server. It could be maybe, just maybe you can paste the CSV because it is a text file in your console straight away. And then, of course, you can read from that part. And if you look at this particular code here, the code here will help you in getting started with how to read the individual entries. For example, your username, your user email, or user whatever, like the actual name. And this script will help you in, of course, fetching these individual values one by one. Now, the second part of the script, or basically the further thing that you may want to do in the script, is of course to perform bulk operation. And there are plenty of ways of doing it. I have shown it in my previous videos where I have covered how to parse. Let us search online: Scriptrunner for Jira, Parse, JQL, Ravi. So basically, whenever you're doing whenever you're doing something with let us say set of issues, you can always collect them somewhere. And basically, if you look at this particular video here, and of course the code, you can actually learn how to do it. And I'll probably update the post here. I have also made a video on parsing JQL and performing bulk operations along with the code that you can find with explanation. So these things are of course very common. And basically, when you are doing something in bulk, you have to make sure that that you are able to maybe fetch those issues from somewhere, and that somewhere could be maybe you're fetching the issue key from the CSV and then of course retrieving the issue and then doing something, or maybe you are storing those issues in a filter, and you can of course use something like this particular piece of code to perform the parsing of those issues one by one, and then of course perform some bulk operation. So these things are very common that people do with Scriptrunner, and especially on cloud, it is of course convenient. If you also look at this particular piece of code on the script library, it is of course doing something similar. It is performing the JQL search, and then of course based on that search, you can iterate and then do something with those issues. And I thought I'll probably talk about this in this video because it is maybe a very common thing that people are trying to do these days before moving to cloud. For example, they may want to perform some bulk operation or cleanup while they are on server. And if you have Scriptrunner for Jira, then of course you can do that very easily. And that is all. That is all I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. And I'm totally blurred right now, but it is okay. End of video. Bye bye.